ZZZ just made one of the biggest updates to their game, to the point where people are actually considering going back to it. We're going to be looking over this dev talk to see what changes they made to their game. I have a lot of problems with the game, but I want to see if they have fixed any of it, so let's react to this.
Hello everyone, I'm Y. Welcome to today's Dev Talk.
Why does it sound like AI?
Since the official release of ZZZ, and we like to thank all proxies for their support. Our team would also like to use this opportunity to share with you some of the development progress for version 2.0 and our plans for the future of ZZZ.
Yeah, the story was a huge problem for me.
We will follow the protagonist to a unique area within New Eritol, Wi-Fi Peninsula.
Wi-Fi Peninsula? There's no way they're picking an area called Wi-Fi Peninsula. The protagonist needs more waifus in the game. They decided to make a whole new area called Wi-Fi Peninsula. What a crazy. That's actually crazy. Wi-Fi Peninsula.
The story of version 2.0. Wi-Fi Peninsula is a district.
I can't get over it.
Hollow. The earlier settlers of this region were tasked to monitoring the highly volatile Lemnian Hollow, and the name Wi-Fi is derived from the Cantonese characters for protect and anomaly, from the phrase protection from the anomaly called the Hollows. Later, an outpost was established here.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't think anyone cares about ZZZ story. I mean, it was pretty dog water, but...
And the city area, Phalium
Wi-Fi Peninsula
Heights was built at the top of a cliff, overlooking the bay with its beautiful scenery. This is also an area rich in porcelain, a precious material that's highly resistant to ether corruption. Mining and processing porcelain has thus become the core industry of Wi-Fi Peninsula. Behind this massive profits, however, lies a tangled mess of factions. Here, we'll gradually
I swear, sometimes Hoyoverse cracks me the frick out with their names. Swear to God.
The clues we planted throughout the story this fall. For example, Zara's true plans behind the sacrifice and the bringer incidents. The conspiracy.
I'm not gonna understand any of this. I don't know what he's saying about the story because I barely did it. Like the story was so, it wasn't complicated to understand. The problem was finding where to go to complete the story quest was so difficult for me. I don't know what about for other people. For me, like, you're trying to complete the story, you're trying to like get to the next section, and it's just like you don't know where to go. The map doesn't help you. I mean, there's no map. There's literally icons of like random cities, and you have to figure out which city you have to go. It's so annoying.
Behind the mysterious, exhausted, and the truth behind the fall of the old capital, as well as the secrets of the Faison siblings. Meanwhile, our protagonists will encounter agents from various factions and embark on brand new adventures.
They're not gonna show it? Oh, okay.
With yellow cape we saw earlier is none other than Yixuan.
Oh, she's cool.
Yunhui Summit. She will make her debut as a key character in Season 2. As the story unfolds,
Dude, compared to like any Hoyoverse games, I think ZZZ makes one of the best character designs. I swear, dude, every time I'm looking at character designs in Hoyo games, I'm like, dude, ZZZ just knows what they're doing.
Protagonists will gradually uncover her mysterious past and become a new disciple of Yunhui Summit. Yixuan will become our steadfast support and guide us in her craft as our mentor, helping us explore the hollows directly. Beside Yixuan, who oversees Yunhui Summit, the defense forces Obo Squad that we all familiar with, as well as the revealed idol faction Angels of Delusion, will all be making their appearance in Season 2.
That's such a cool artwork. Whoa. That is such a cool artwork. Whoa. I really like the artwork in this. Holy crap. See, I saw this online, but I heard that it wasn't part of ZZZ. Like, this is actually pretty sick. Holy.
Appearance in Season 2. we've prepared a Season 2 teaser trailer to be released on April 13th. More information about the various factions will also be revealed then.
I want to see the quality changes. Can you just do the quality changes?
For the content direction of Season 2, we will not just be simply adding more characters and areas. We've been taking feedback from our practice very seriously and incorporated this feedback into our
That is so hard to believe after hearing from Hoiver. Like, I'm just gonna be honest, dude. I genuinely don't think they look at feedback like in any of their games. I'm gonna be honest. Like, especially in the Honkai Star, you could tell in Honkai Star because for months we've been complaining about the casters and they just don't listen. So I highly doubt they listen to the feedback. If they do, it's probably just CN feedback.
Philosophy, making an adjustment from the ground up. I'll be sharing some of the results with you all during the program. The most noticeable change is in the map design. We've completely revamped the entire map experience and integrate the residential areas with combat zones at the system level, providing a more fluid and engaging gameplay experience for practice. First, let's talk about the design of the main city area, Beilong Heights. We made the area much larger to ensure comprehensive.
I have no idea what that is.
While allowing for potential expansion in future versions, while also reducing loading times caused by scene transition.
That's cool.
The new daily system will also be designed to match the local culture and the customs of the Wi-Fi Peninsula.
I can't take that seriously. I genuinely cannot.
Managing various aspects of 随便 Temple will also be a part of our new life. This new gameplay features management simulation elements, and the new features such as Bamboo Dispatch, integrating residential areas with exploration areas, and
Okay, some more exploration
experience.
Okay.
For the visuals, with the help and the careful maintenance of the properties, 随便 Temple will gradually be restored to its former glory. Plus, various elements such as halls, scratch cards will take on new forms that match the vibes of 随便 Temple. The frequently mentioned loading issues has also been
I did have a lot of problems with the loading. That's pretty cool.
The limitation in the underlying design. The video store that
Like, I swear, I don't think there's a game out there that people actually like the loading screens of it.
properties see from outside along the street does not match the actual size of the video store from within. So, we need a loading screen to bridge the interior and exterior of the store. In Bailong Heights, however, returning home is no longer a process that requires waiting. Additionally, we've optimized the pathway in Bailong Heights.
This man's sideburns are so damn
Be
long.
more concentrated, and the path to access each area will become more efficient and streamlined, ensuring that overall experience will become smoother and more fluid. Next, let's take a look at the ancient ruins of the aerospace city located within the Lemnian Hollow. Although the aerospace city has long been devoured by the Hollow, the ether stable area at its edge is still being used to mine and produce porcelain. In version 2.0, we will begin our exploration of the Lemnian Hollow from the edge of the aerospace city.
It's just more exploration, new maps and whatnot. What's so crazy about it?
Its overall design will be more refined, with larger explorable areas, more robust systems, and more streamlined guidance. One distinct improvement is that after completing their training at 随便 Temple, the proxy siblings no longer needed to return to the video store to access the hollows through the HDD system.
That is so freaking
They
good.
can now travel more conveniently.
Holy crap, that's actually such a good thing.
Aerospace city. The craft they will learn will also be of great help.
That just makes it easier for you to just complete missions faster rather than just taking the time to go back and forth. Holy crap, that's such a good idea.
Hollow explorations. While we've added new areas, the travel system wasn't just simply expanded upon. In Season 2, we've redesigned the travel system, changing from the original sliding area selection system to a larger map format.
Thank God. Oh my God.
We also added a mini-map to the interface, along with the
Boys, we're back. Oh my god, thank the freaking Lord. Dude, I cannot tell you how many times I'm scrolling through that map and I'm like, where am I supposed to go to complete this mission? I'm so far behind in Zone 0. I'm still in chapter 1 and I'm still like trying to scroll of where the freak I'm supposed to go.
You can now select their destination more quickly and gain a clear understanding of new Eridu's geographical layout. Regarding plot structure, we've also noticed that since special episodes and facing stories are relatively independent story units, the current narrative structure results in weaker connections between plot points, resulting in a disjointed viewing experience. In future versions, we will merge special episodes and facing stories together, focus on developing the connection between the various agents and the main storyline. We'll also deepen the proxies environment. We will also steadily update the main storyline with each version.
Okay, this is actually might make me go back to Zone 0 because I really enjoy the combat and the characters and whatnot. But it was just completing the missions that pissed me off. So if they make it that much easier, I might have to go back to it.
While ensuring that we do not compromise on its narrative quality. In addition to ongoing...
Let's just be honest, dude. You guys they did not have any story quality in that game. It's all just with the women in there.
The idea of bringing Zenless Zero to users on more platforms. What I can reveal right now is that Zenless Zero is being prepared for launch on the Xbox platform.
Okay. I don't have an Xbox, so I don't really care.
In the upcoming Xbox live stream.
People have problems with the combat.
Design significantly diminishes the presence of the characters other than the main DPS. What should be a 3-person tactical squad feels more like a solo operation. So for
yeah, I feel that sometimes.
In Season 2, we will enhance the functionality and performance of non-DPS characters. For example, when agents are switched out, they can still remain on field and contribute to combat. Indication of their combat performance.
That's actually pretty cool.
In the player's control of the on-field agent. Another possibility is adding new attack and defense mechanics for enemies. Specific moves might require specific counter strategies that from different tactics in your squad, or in certain special combat areas. Enemies can gain certain advantages through specific...
See, that's how you make difficulty in video games. You don't just add HP boost and defense boost or resistance boost. You actually do this kind of stuff. That's pretty cool.
Of course, some of these are just preliminary ideas, while others might make an appearance in the version 2.0 special program. However, the ultimate goal of these optimizations is to enhance overall synergy between characters, elevating both.
Dude, the song gets me
experience to the next level.
The song is pretty good.
To sum up, in our future development plans, we are aiming to optimize events in 3 aspects. First, we'll continue improving on existing game modes, such as Grand Muscle Adventure,
Wait, what?
And so on.
They're just Fall Guys.
Players. At the same time, we'll be rolling.
They just put Fall Guys in the freaking game.
In future versions, we might.
Wait. They just put Fall Guys, and then 2 seconds later, they literally just put Arknights on top of that. Hold on, where is it?
Such as
look, this Fall Guys.
Bamboo versus Israel, and so on.
And they just put Arknights in the game. That's actually so funny.
At the same time, we'll be rolling out more exciting new gameplay. In future versions, we might see casual duels between bamboos, or even get to control a giant bamboo in combat. Besides events featuring our adorable bamboo, we will also introduce some slow-paced, relaxing events to enrich Proxy's everyday life outside of the main story, such as spending joyful moments with agents at Hot Pot restaurant, movie theaters.
Yeah, damn.
Also hope that beyond the intense and thrilling combat events, players can also take up research to enjoy the lighter story events. Every character is the result of our team's blood, sweat, and dedication. Our team has put in quite a bit of effort to ensure characters are relatively.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I might be just dumb, but building characters in Zenless Zone Zero has to be one of the hardest things ever. I have so many characters in that game, and I'm just like, dude, what artifacts am I supposed to be using? What am I supposed to be doing in this? Like, maybe if they did the same thing as Honkai Star, where they show you the best artifacts to put, maybe it'll be easier for me to understand. But I swear to God, like, I'm watching videos, I'm going online, and they just give me a spreadsheet of what you need and what, and they'll be like 5, 4, 3 on this. And I'm just like, what is happening? Zenless Zone Zero has to be one of the most complicated games in regards of building characters. They should fix that.
And have long-term value. Showcasing a character's charm isn't just about mindlessly beefing up their stats.
Whoa, she can do that?
Unique traits will strategically enhance their unique traits rather than boosting their damage output. For example, will supplement or even rework certain skills and their effects, tailoring them to each character's experience.
Wait,
Besides that,
I thought we just can't change anything in China. Like, I thought there's a law in China where you can't change the characters. Now you could just suddenly change them.
we'll also consider each character's role very seriously. While strengthening the characters, we will also take into consideration.
Hey, I'm all for it, dude. Holy crap, that was so cool.
In terms of storytelling, we hope that our characters, even those have already been released, can showcase their own unique charm. In version 1.7, for example, we'll get to see quite a few scenes between Lycan and Hugo. These interactions are crucial for the character's emotional investment in the long run. We hope that every character can find a purpose
story
that belongs solely to them in different corners of New Everton. Although it might be challenging to do this well, we'll continue to work hard to create more meaningful relationships between characters and players, or even take their bond to the next level. As a new team, we've admittedly fell short in the earlier stage in terms of both narrative and gameplay elements. We've been working hard to make improvements, continuously incorporating feedback from proxies and optimizing our content. Thank you, proxies, for your continued patience, feedback, and support. In future content updates, we will prioritize ensuring content quality and humbly continue to welcome feedback and guidance from our proxies with the utmost respect. We hope Season 2 will bring proxies a more complete and smoother experience. If you encounter any issues with gameplay experience, we hope you will share more feedback through the official community channels. Your feedback and suggestions are crucial for our future content development. See you next time.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest, it's a good update. I 100% enjoy this update. There are so many quality of life changes and I'm all for it. However, number one, I don't think they listen to the feedback. I think maybe they listen to CN's feedback. Number two, I think it's a really good update, but it's like what HSR and Genshin does a whole bunch of times, where they give you this crazy update and it fixes a lot of problems within the game, but then later on they just care less and less about it, and I'm scared for that. I'm scared for that. We have witnessed this a bunch of times where HSR, Genshin, maybe even Honkai Impact 3rd, where they give you this crazy update which fixes a whole bunch of things that people have problems with, then later on they just go back to those problems and make them even worse. So I'm happy for this update. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go back to Zenless Zone Zero, just because, again, I think building the characters in that game is so difficult to do. Like, there's so many like stats that you have to pay attention to that they don't explain, and it's kind of complicated to understand. I'm excited for people who are playing Zenless Zone Zero. That's what I'm excited for. But like, again, I just think that them giving you this huge update is a good thing, but at the same time, it's like I'm worried about the future. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me if you're excited for Zenless Zone Zero, and yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one, boys. Peace out.